Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 26 Dynasty Mode Series video. Today, it is time for the final game of the regular season here in year 2 of this Purdue Dynasty. And of course, it's a rivalry matchup between the number 6 team in the nation, the Purdue Boilermakers, going into Indiana to face off against the unranked Hoosiers. That's a very important part of this game, because if Indiana pulls off the upset in front of their home fans, it will knock us out of the playoffs since they are an unranked team. Now, Indiana is having a down year. You can see this by looking at the numbers, overall numbers between these two teams. We're 86 overall. Indiana is 77. They have a 79 offense and a 76 defense. Now, they've had a pretty good season despite having a down year from a depth chart perspective. They're 7-4 and they're 4-4 in the conference. Now, this Purdue team on the other side is 10-1 and 7-1 in the conference, and it's important to point out this is a Big Ten conference game, the final game, and it's a conference game, which means if we win, we need 1 out of 2 teams to lose. That would be either USC or Michigan for us to make the Big Ten Conference Championship. There is still a shot, but we need USC to lose or we need Michigan to lose. If one of those teams loses, we move from number 3 to number 2. If they both lose, we have a shot to get the number 1 seed. Now, our impact player this week is Carter Davis, because he is coming off an electric game last week. He had 2 interceptions, and our defense just dominated from start to finish last week. They need to do it again today in the final game of the regular season. This has been a historical season for this Purdue Boilermakers team. Our defense has been incredible. Our offense has been incredible too. It is not over yet. So today, we'll be going through the top stories, taking a look at the updated top 25, the college football playoff projections, and the conference standings. I have the game start timestamp at the bottom of the screen. You can also find them in the video description, so feel free to jump ahead if you want to go ahead and do that. And if y'all get some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. And subscribe for plenty more sports game content. Multiple ongoing sports series going on right now, so check the channel page. You might find another series that you enjoy. Now, starting with the top stories. If you watched the end of the last episode, you saw this, but USC took down UCLA last week. A huge Big Ten matchup, because if UCLA would have won, we would have been in the conference championship game as long as we would have beaten Indiana this week. So yeah, it's heartbreaking that UCLA didn't win that. We played UCLA. That's our only loss this year, and they could not get the job done in front of their home fans. So we really needed UCLA to win that. They did not. Moving on, a huge SEC battle this week between number 3 Alabama at home versus number 8 Auburn. That is a much bigger game for Auburn, but I mean, both of these teams are probably in the college football playoff no matter what. Still a big time game. Last but certainly not least, Jeremiah Smith has won Offensive Player of the Week 2 weeks in a row. He had another big game, 12 catches, 211 yards, and 2 reception touchdowns. And I can tell you one thing, this Purdue Boilermakers team is a big Ohio State fan today, because they take on Michigan, and if Ohio State wins that game and we beat Indiana, we make the Big Ten Conference Championship. And here is your look at the updated top 25 going into week 13. Florida, number 1, undefeated, 11-0. Michigan, Alabama, USC, Duke, Purdue, Miami, Auburn, Georgia, Clemson, Louisville, and Nebraska. So Kentucky lost again, and they moved out of the top 25 completely. Heartbreaking. But Louisville has moved from 25 up 4 weeks ago all the way up to number 11. If the season ended today, they would be in the college football playoffs. They beat some big teams lately too, so that could be a fun playoff matchup. That'd be pretty cool. Now, here's how the college football playoff bracket would look like if the season ended today. Number 1 seed Florida, Michigan, Alabama, USC, all getting a first round bye automatically into the quarterfinals. First round matchup for Purdue would be against number 13 Tulane, Texas Tech against Duke, Georgia against Auburn, and then Clemson against Miami. But keep in mind, Alabama and Auburn is playing this week. I mean, if Auburn gets the win, they may swap with Alabama, so that is a huge matchup for both of those teams. And here's the updated Big Ten standings here going into week 13. USC number 1, 8-1 in the conference. Michigan, Purdue, Ohio State. So if we win and Ohio State wins against Michigan, we move in to the number 2 spot. USC is playing against Notre Dame this week. If USC loses, we're in the playoffs. Either one of those teams has to lose, and we make it as long as we win against Indiana today. And it is time for the regular season finale here in year 2 of this dynasty. This could be a national championship year. We have a national championship team, but the last team standing in our way is our rivals, the Indiana Hoosiers. We have to win this game. We cannot overlook this team. If we overlook them in front of their home fans, we will get crushed, everybody. It is as simple as that. Let's get the job done, play smart football, and we're going to win today. Let's see what uniforms Indiana is wearing at home. Probably they're just default home. Yep. So let's go our default away. That's actually perfect. Make sure the playbook is set. Purdue 4-3. It's time, everybody. We know we're the better team. We know that 100%. But anything can happen in college football. Let's run the football a lot. Let's set up the play action, play smart, no turnovers, and win the game. Come on.
In the Hoosier State, so prized a possession is the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth.
Come on, we get the ball. Take it and score. Now, I know we have a lot of Indiana fans here on the channel. I need you all to still root for Ryan Gamer today. I need you all. I'm telling you. We need you.
This from inside the 5.
You don't have to root for Purdue. Just root for head coach Ryan Gamer.
As they put a stop to that return at the 22.
There's the rivalry.
The Boilermakers offense will have the first possession of the game. The school known for astronauts, Purdue was in its own orbit, in its own universe the last time, and they destroyed Indiana.
And it was an astronomical.
Well, the year before that, we got destroyed. Well, it wasn't us. It wasn't me.
Made sure there was no
but Purdue got
and
destroyed.
They continued to dominate this series.
Ryan was not the head coach during that game.
And the message is loud and clear. Indiana knows they cannot sleepwalk coming into this game.
The give out of the gun.
I should have cut it up.
Massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue.
This should be wide open.
A boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense. Not
Great
only because
blocking.
of his
Come on.
physical traits. This guy can run.
Let's run it
he
again.
Can cover. He can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
They'll run for it.
That's wide open. Bad angle by number 30. I mean, I already mentioned the depth chart at the beginning of this video. I'm not going to say anything else. Nothing else. Not going to say a word, because whenever I do, they end up dominating whatever team I say. I said it at the beginning. I'm not going to give any specific numbers. But I think you all know what I'm trying to say.
Looking for space.
We should run for 300 yards.
Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really
our superstar center, another injury, just muscle cramps though. He'll be fine.
I think it's really
we know that's our left tackle.
Offense.
Okay.
They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Can you all believe I haven't thrown a pass play yet?
1891, and you want to know how important the old oaken bucket
1891, the first matchup.
He slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi Trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
Really good job by
I always love when he tells that story.
Run and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing
from
your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a
really
nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got
every time I'm about to say something about their overalls of the certain positions, I stop myself. It's basically like I'm saying it, but I'm not saying anything.
Run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage.
But whoever is involved with recruiting for Indiana might need to be fired. We may have to save Indiana.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the
Bad
ground.
time for that. I'm going to be quiet now.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They'd love to pick up this third down.
Togo should be open.
Set with first and goal. Jackson will throw.
Or Asamoah? Why was I running wild?
By the defense brings up 4th down.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be?
I mentioned I didn't mention the specific player overalls, but just by talking about it so much, I've already messed it up. I'm going for it.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Let's go, Taven Jackson.
Touchdown, Purdue!
Come on.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a
I tell you, what a year he's had. What a year he's had rushing. What a year he's had passing mostly.
And the PAT
He can do it all.
7-0. He marched 78 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Yeah, I tell you, they had us, and
it'll be a touchback. The ball will
just
come out to the 25-yard
the quarterback
line.
scrambled. I mean, we had an open receiver there on the outside, but I think the run was better.
Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game?
Did Indiana
like the one
lose
he had
last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape.
Oh, no, that was showing the
not
quarterback.
pretty.
2 interceptions,
That's
right?
what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so
I was about to crush that quarterback. RPO to start.
Football game, Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn
We
it over
should
again.
be able to man
You
up
need
with
to
them
put
the
this
entire
losing
game.
streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened.
See, I got
last time
real
around.
quiet, right? After almost getting held on the first drive, got real quiet. Not going to say a word.
Dropping back, it's Montgomery.
Take that! Come on!
Pass rush.
Settle down, Ryan.
Quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, and the
rivalry game. I love hitting quarterbacks. What can I say?
That fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive
mad now.
coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide
Take that,
our offensive
Montgomery.
line and help
It
out
is
blocking
Montgomery,
this
right,
guy?
their
Can I get a
quarterback?
tight end
I think
to
that's what it
stay
said.
in and maybe get a chip on this dude, because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
Oh, I did good outside contain there. Cut him in. I'm manning up again. I want you all to play press coverage. I want you all to dominate.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Got to get physical. Rivalry game here.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Harkless!
Pressure
Come
is
on!
the way, and the pressure has arrived. And down
Sorry to
he
yell on the
goes
mic
at the
this
30.
drive. I'm fired up.
Man, this home crowd was so
Can't help
up,
it.
so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive. and
We
having
should be able to do
quiet.
that all game.
Now they're quiet again.
We have
How about
one of the
defense
best defensive
coming in there,
lines in the
shutting this
nation.
crowd up early and doing their job.
Mickens
And the
broke the
Hoosiers
record
line
for
up to
Purdue
punt it away.
in number of sacks.
They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Takes it on the return.
Too much dancing.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort.
Okay,
to pick
run
up
it all
every
over him.
bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
You know, I might try read option. Just see what
Back,
happens.
and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gives it on the option.
I thought I kept
And
it.
there was nowhere to
Okay,
go,
let's
just
put that
stopped
read
in his
option
tracks in the
back to never
backfield.
return.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
I'm looking at Morissette.
Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end.
Pass
And the
interference.
pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense
technically
was roughing up
was.
that receiver.
You can't deny it. Was it an uncatchable ball? Let's not worry about it.
Way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback moving. Trying to make
Wide
magic
open.
with his feet. And
Listen,
he
if they're
gets
not going
out
to run a
of there and
spy,
gets some yardage
Jackson
and
can
gets
move.
down without taking any
Outside
punishment.
zone.
Time winding
We got
down
lucky
in
on
the
that pass
quarter as they
interference
come
call,
to the
though.
line. Looking for room. It's
Was it
Marshall.
pass interference? It depends on which team you ask. If you ask Purdue and head coach Ryan Gamer, yes. If you ask anybody in the
That's
stadium
end of the
and on the
period,
other
and
side,
Purdue has
definitely
the
not.
lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
I think they called it because he hit the receiver before the ball got past him, is what it looked like. I believe that's what they called.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it.
If
and
I'm a
open the
ref,
second
do I call
period.
that? No.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the running back has
That's
it.
wide open. What a
Out of the
block.
crowd, and now he's got room. Nice
That is how you
pickup
block.
on the ground there. They
Right
move
there.
the sticks with the first down.
That is
It's
perfection.
so nice as an offense to know you can generate
Watch number
explosive plays
77
by
there. Did you all see that? That is one of the best blocks of the year all the way across the board. Watch number 77 get to the second level. The wide receiver sills the middle linebacker there. What a block. Then 77 just does a great block on the safety or cornerback. Beautiful. One block away by Morissette for a touchdown there. That was
Ball off to
awesome.
this guy. He has
Play
got
action. I love it.
incredible speed.
The Boilermakers have it with a first and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
A was open. RB was open too. Come on, Ryan.
At the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz
Okay, I'm
happy
looking at
and-
Morissette
because you
and then
give up
Asamoah.
yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice
Tuggle
job.
wide open. I mean, what a great post-snap read.
Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I've come a long way, everybody. I
One of the areas they
looked
really focused on
right,
this
and then out of the
offseason,
corner of my eye, I
we
saw
need to make
Tuggle off the
more
line of
plays for us
scrimmage
in
just
the
break
end zone.
wide
We're
open, and
taking
then I saw the
shots.
safety.
We need to be able
Easy
to
throw.
step up and make tough
That's one of my
catches
best
to take
reads.
it. What a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be.
That is a
knowing
throw
when
you
he's gonna sit
usually
down,
don't
when
see
he's
me
not,
make,
so
because
being
I'm
on the
usually
same
not
page.
looking for
And
the
then having a guy that
vertical
can go
routes.
get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Well, my question for you all is, do you want to win or do you want to lose? We went for it on 4th and 6, scored a touchdown because of it, and then stopped them, went down and scored.
Alabama is in the unusual position
I want
of
to
having to
keep.
come
I want to
from
keep the same
behind right
formation
now.
almost this entire
But
game.
there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. They're trailing by 11 to Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC.
We may
it's a
run
battle of
zone
attrition,
once this
and if
week,
anything
and that's
big
it.
changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gives it on the option.
Beautiful.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Same play.
I think
We're going to
offensive
cover
coordinators
2
are
men the
going,
entire
"Thank
game.
goodness we don't play them every week." This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on. Some kind of
I mean, he just got crushed.
Pressure was too much. They get him
Harkless
at the
and
15.
Mickens broke through like it was
For this
nothing.
defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games.
We're
and
not
they're
outside
getting
the
it in
top
this game
50 in
now.
sacks.
3 sacks
The
on
last time I
day.
looked, they
They're
were like
just
number
simply winning
number
and doing a
5.
better job executing up front at the point of attack.
That might be a touchdown.
He's got great speed. That's a perfect example.
Outside
of
the
not
top
settling
50.
for a fair
Oh,
catch.
is he
Pick
talking
up
about
whatever
maybe
yardage you can and help
their
out the
offense? Like in allowing
The
sacks?
Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Leaves it with the back.
They read that beautifully.
That is a
You know, we
big
will
win
take a
for
look
this
at the season
defense as
stats
they
at the end
were
of this
right there
video.
As soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Jackson will throw.
Morset wide open. What a play. The lineman timed that to perfection. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. Extra plays. Let's try it.
Big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
That's on me. I allowed that to happen by getting outside right away. The lineman was able to disengage. That was all on me.
The defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
You got this, defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work.
Cover 2 man.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time.
And with this coverage, I want them to try to throw it deep on us. I truly do.
The old Oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891, alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy.
Number 10 should have picked that.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today?
Change it up.
Bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game,
wow, I mean, we should have had
them. It's so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game was played in.
46 mid-blitz. Let's do it.
An eye to the old Oaken bucket.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. On the run, it's Jackson.
Good play by Seabrooks.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to
I think we run a 46 Bear cover 1.
And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys?
Press,
up front,
play the inside.
Open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good play.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, this offense continues
Let's
to do
run
such
a
a great job on
defensive
third.
end twist.
One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football.
I'm very disappointed in
first downs. This offense
my
has been
play calling
so
and
good
execution on the
third
previous drive. On
Not the most
offense, that was just a
productive
really
half for
poor
this
drive.
offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and
Start
10.
it.
Give to the back.
Read it perfect.
And he never had a
I've come a
chance.
long
Just
way
stopped
on the
cold
defensive
as
line,
soon as
that's
he
for
got
sure.
it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Got a man. It's Bond. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Back to pass. It's Montgomery.
Broke through.
Looking
Yeah, I dare you.
right side.
He's
And
lucky.
goes incomplete. But it could have been
That's what we
much,
want him
much
to do.
worse.
When we're
As the
manned up and
defender was
pressing,
right
I
there.
want you to try to beat us deep.
Hoosiers
You can't
will
do
line
it.
up to punt it away. He'll
I don't
try
want to say you
really get
can't.
into this one.
Because
And
Jeremiah
nobody
Smith
able
could
to
beat us
field
deep,
that
right? There's
punt as
very
it
few
rolls
receivers
out
who
of
could beat us deep,
bounds.
though.
This drive will get underway.
But luckily,
from just inside the
Ohio State's
35
not
to
making the
their own
playoffs, so we
34.
don't have to play against them. Wide
Looking
open
for a
left.
Physical attack from the gun.
What a read!
Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Stopped at the 44.
Okay,
but
smash
he got
halfback
10
angle.
on the play.
A minute 13 left. We got
Now
time.
they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Wide open. That's a
Out to the
touchdown.
back. Got it in the middle.
I
It's
tell you,
Marshall.
Justin Marshall is incredible. Touchdown, Purdue. Boiler up. Hit him with the gritty. There we go. There it is.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense
Do you want to
is
win
not
or do you want to
allowed
lose,
point,
YouTube?
And the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
Our defense is refusing to lose. We had a very tough middle part of the season. After we started conference play and before the last week's game, we had a very tough schedule, right? But we knew closing out this season against Illinois and Indiana that those were lower overall teams. And that's what we were hoping for. Now, you still never know what's going to happen, right? If we start giving the ball to the other team, we're going to lose every game, no matter if we're the better team or not.
They get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
But yeah, like it's a great schedule to close out the year. This game is far from over, though. I'm not saying that it's over.
And
I'm just saying, what a start.
And this drive will start at the 25.
I know this is crazy, right? Many people would question
they find
this,
themselves in a pretty deep hole
but
here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
I feel like we have the team to do it.
This is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them.
Play over top,
right now. You gotta
emphasize
get some
pass.
points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been
Almost
a whole
crushed
lot
him.
to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm
I
playing
almost got the quarterback.
I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
I mean, Seabrooks down low, Mickens up high. What a sack.
Quarterback creating the sack, but look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Another one.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down
No,
again.
Seabrooks is hurt.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I
5.
think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start
Should I
mixing up
mention
these
the-
play calls,
I'm
moving
not
the
gonna
pocket,
mention
get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious.
Just can't
This
help it.
offensive
I can't
line,
help it but
they
mention.
cannot hold up,
I'm not
and
going to
they
mention it.
cannot
You
get
already
it
know.
done.
He'll feel the punt and try to get some yardage. A little pressure on the coverage
For
team
not
there, and
mentioning
they'll stop
something,
him
I
at the
basically mentioned it
47-yard
about
line.
10 times or 20 times already. But elbow bursitis, he'll be fine. Let's put in Popeye Williams. Actually, Popeye plays another position. It never shows the right player
We'll
there.
see them really hit the speed button on the tempo.
33
here in
seconds
the final
left.
minute of
Let's
the
score
first
again.
half. Jackson gonna throw it.
Offensive line, that was
And the
incredible. He
physical
dropped
play
it.
there forces the incompletion
Okay,
on
we know what
first
to do.
down.
We're going to go into our
Well, the
formation.
offense has had their way all game long up to this
Quad,
point.
line up,
Finally,
and
the
slot
defense is
pivot.
able to make
Go
a
from
play,
there.
And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the catch along the side.
Let's just get in field goal range, right?
Short of the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
It looked like a catch to me. 1 foot, 2 feet. Yeah, I don't know. It looked like a catch, but we'll see.
And the play will stand after the replay
Yes,
booth just
what a catch.
does
Oh, he
little
just has to get
double-checking
1
to make
foot in
sure.
anyways. It's definitely a catch.
The Boilermakers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle.
Timeout,
It's
timeout.
Marshall. He gets the job done on
We got one
third
more,
down. They
16
move
seconds
the
left.
chains. It's at the 37.
This is one of the best parts
The
of our
offense
game is our
quickly
2-minute
calls
offense.
timeout to stop the clock. And the Boilermakers will have it first
I know
and
this is
10.
crazy. I'm going to send Marshall straight up the field.
Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Branch.
Timeout.
They'll
11
immediately call
seconds. We
timeout.
can either take one shot deep. Yeah, I talked myself into it already, right?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh,
That was the
that
one.
deep ball was
We
right
hit our
on the
receiver
money.
who has
Just have to make
95
that
or maybe
catch.
even 98
Yeah,
catching
you just wonder
traffic.
if the defense now is taking out some
Gotta kick a
frustration.
field goal.
Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it
Not
back
gonna
to
be
the
easy,
offense.
though.
They're really nice, big, clean hit. This
Oh my,
defense
that's moving
needs
fast.
A little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Oh, okay.
Knocked it
Spencer
right through,
Horath,
showing that
everybody.
big
What a
range from
kicker.
48 yards out.
And you want
Come
a
on.
touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
How nervous were you all when I threw that into the end zone? I
And
knew
it'll
the
be a
likelihood of
touchback.
that
The
getting
ball will
picked
come out
was
to the
very low,
25-yard
so it
line.
really was a low risk throw, even though it maybe it didn't look like it, but it really was.
It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room.
That's perfection, everybody. Absolute perfection in the first half. It's not over, though. Let's finish. Come on.
Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
That was perfection. Our defense is so good. We're playing the best football we've played all year at the right time, right? It's the perfect time to peak, right? But let's continue peaking into the conference championship game, hopefully, and then into the playoffs. Bottom of the screen, I need to pay attention because I want to see if we can see Michigan on there or USC. Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan.
Will start at the 25.
I need to focus on the game and maybe not look at the bottom of the screen, but I really want to know.
They come into this third quarter
Stanford,
with
Duke.
a lot of
Wait,
work
Stanford
they
took
need to
down
get
Duke.
Yeah, and it starts with
That
this
is huge
possession.
for us.
And I'm going piece by
Because
piece.
they're number 5. We're going to move up.
I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this
We're
game,
actually
but it's
going to
gotta be
move
one
up.
drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively
Virginia
is they're
Tech
probably gonna
won
have
against
to score
Virginia.
every time they
Navy
get it, because
won
our
against
defense
Tulsa.
has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a
Yes. I tell you, I know their weakness. Their offensive line, their receivers, their quarterback. They have a lot of weaknesses, but I know I should be able to sack them 15 times today.
Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures.
Western Kentucky won against Liberty.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you.
That's a pick.
Down the left side.
Carter Davis does it again. Come on.
Managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Listen, what they're not realizing is that's exactly what we want them to do. We want them to see the press and then try to throw it over top. Good luck.
So he's finding the football consistently.
Wide open.
Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the
Yeah, I don't know
39.
what happened to Indiana. I really don't. I don't know what has happened with their recruiting, but they have no speed. Their defensive linemen, their ends have really no block shedding ability, low awareness overall in their entire defense. It's just, I don't know what they're doing.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Extending the play.
I don't know what happened to him.
Downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more
They're going to be
chances get
recruiting
this
head
first
coach Ryan Gamer, aren't they?
They dial up on
Okay, I'm looking at
second and a
Morissette and
long way to go.
Asamoah, maybe Smith on the outside.
Jackson will throw.
Wide open.
This one's complete.
Beautiful. Yes, I backed up about 16 steps, right? I needed time, and it worked.
The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in
Wide
the
open.
air.
Perfect.
Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle.
Let's run it.
Get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And another thing, I've had a different focus these past couple weeks, right? And that's been a game changer.
You can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've
I don't
gotta
think
be
I've told a
accurate on
life
the throw,
story
too,
for a while,
Reese.
have I?
Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch.
Just perfection.
Going for the goal line.
We have such a good line, especially compared to Indiana's defensive line here.
Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And listen, this is no disrespect to Indiana. Like, they should be good. They should have a better roster. It's just whatever happened in the offseason, if they lost a lot of transfers, if, I don't know, if their recruits just didn't end up working out.
You've got to love the level of execution right now, offensively and on the defense.
Like, I'm not trying to sit here and blast Indiana, like saying they're terrible, because they're not. They should be good.
Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's
In
a
real
quick
life, they're
update
good.
on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is on the short side of things
especially
right
in
now,
2024, and then now they
days
seem
of
to be
Tua
good in
and Devontae
2025.
Smith
So,
in the 2018 title game do not rule out a comeback. They're
not sure what happened to him in this dynasty.
Games like these,
but I'm sure this is tough for a lot of the Indiana fans we have on the channel to watch because,
Thanks for
yeah,
the update
they
on
just,
that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
wow.
Wants to go
Rough
up
year.
top on first down. And the pass rush is effective. And they
Can I mention their offensive line overall now? I will.
And the Hoosiers,
Their
now with a
highest
long
rated
way to
offensive
go to
lineman
pick up the first down.
is 70 overall.
Goodness gracious, this is a
Their pass blocking, the highest rated, was 68.
The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Wow, this offense is just
Not sure what happened to
them.
them.
They've already punted 4 times.
I mean, that's what we should do.
My
My eyes lit up when I was looking at their depth chart.
And it's been a long day. I mean,
And I kept telling myself, I'm not mentioning it. I'm not mentioning it. Mickens has 21 career stats. Most of those were here at Purdue. Because he's had like 14 this year.
Hoosiers will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night.
You know, I remember a comment from a while ago. This year. I remember earlier this year, somebody said, Ryan, you should not be playing on the defensive line.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the
Your
next
defensive
drive.
line will get more sacks. Now, they were not wrong because watching those games back, they were 100% true with that one. But I worked on it, got better, and I feel like I've come a long way, and I've got so many sacks with Mickens.
There he goes.
So I need to play
He gets
defensive
those
line.
chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
But it was rough. I remember
really no secret to it,
I
David.
was
When this
controlling
guy's
Mickens to
running
start this year. I think
this
this is when the
offense is
comment
so
happened.
much
I was
It
controlling
opens up
Mickens,
everything, and he's having a
and
great day, showing
Mickens
you a
doesn't
little
do
bit of
anything,
everything,
and
this
I
offense has
accidentally
got it
change
rolling.
off of him, and he gets a sack, right? And that's when I knew.
Play fake on first down to throw.
That's the live. Now the live stories are happening.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Run the football, you know, run the football, win the game. 31-0.
You've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Listen, I don't have anything
You wanna
against
make play
Indiana.
calling easy for an offensive coordinator?
I'm not going to run
the
up the
ball
score
that
on them.
every
Like,
play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet
our
is
offensive
available
line
here
is
on
doing
second
what they
down.
should do against their
Tackle
defensive
is
line.
made at the 33.
Love it,
It's
but
about
like,
a 5-yard
they are
pickup,
just getting
and
crushed.
that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back.
Keep
to
in
it
mind,
on
this
first down.
rebuilds this rebuild series this year was one away from Indiana. It was between. Remember, I had you all pick at the end of 25. You all left your comment on what team you wanted me to take over the next game. I put them all in a wheel spin. It kept spinning to eliminate them. The last two remaining were Purdue and Indiana. We almost were the head coach of Indiana.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that second down call,
Let's do a play
giving it
action.
to the back,
Because
letting
why
him
not?
find a way to go get it first.
The Boilermakers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down.
I can tell you one thing. Indiana fans are mad at whoever is involved with the transfer portal and
Man, it's easy to
recruiting.
play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight
That's
end.
just a perfect
Wide
throw.
open downfield.
Almost a touchdown. You know, the freshman tight end, Asamoah, has dominated. What a year. And you all know the
A lot
play.
of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing
Bounce.
the football. These receivers are still
Where
getting
is it?
open. Pass protection
There it is.
still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm really not trying to run up the score at all. It's just I knew a play action would be open there. We're not going to run it every play. Beautiful.
Follow the blockers. The offensive
Wait,
line
Ohio
will
State
take you to
won!
the hallelujah land.
Yes!
And that's
Ohio Ohio State took down Michigan. Oh boy.
You know, slither through a little crack. That was not a
Oh
crack. That
boy.
was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision.
35-32. The Purdue Boilermakers will be playing in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. We can win the Big Ten.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last
Thank
play, and
you,
we'll take a
Ohio
break to check
State.
him out.
Michigan fans out there, I'm sorry. Sorry. You know, I want to make the Big Ten
Kickoff
Conference
unit getting some
Championship.
extra work as this lead has really grown.
I feel like here on the channel, we have a lot of fans across many different teams. Like, I can think of multiple
And it'll be
Michigan
a
fans,
touchback. The ball
multiple
will
Ohio
come out
State
to the
fans, multiple
25-yard
Indiana,
line.
Kentucky, Purdue, like
Indiana
everywhere.
sends the
Missouri,
offense onto the field.
Kansas
They really
State.
didn't move the
I can
ball
think of
at
a
all
billion
last time
teams.
they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
We really have somebody who's a fan of everybody.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard
We have a lot of
line.
Kentucky Wildcat fans here. Love that.
Got the quick completion. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver
we
screen
stay
to
man
only
with
allow
them?
a minimal gain and no first down.
Another injury. We have had a lot of small injuries this year. Nothing big, but a lot of small injuries.
The play action fake. And here comes
As soon
the
as
heat,
I
and they get
saw
home, and they
their
get him at the
offensive line
21.
on the left
Man
side,
down on the
I
play
knew
as the
for a
officials take
fact
a break
we
to
would
let
get
him
about
be checked
15
out.
sacks. I knew it. Like,
Final play of
their
the quarter
quarterback got
coming.
hurt there because, well, he has no time. He's got hit 50
On
times
third and
already.
long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Interception.
Poor
And things are
backup.
going from bad to worse.
Backup comes in,
brought
just throws
down,
it
but
straight
this
to Carter
interception,
Davis,
a
his
huge
4th
play
pick
to
in 2
end this
games.
quarter.
We have to be the most
That's the end of
frustrating
the period,
defense to
and
play
Purdue
against
has
because
the
we're
lead.
one of the
Let's
few
take a
teams who
quick
can
look at the
press you
national rankings to see how
and
this playoff
pick it
race
off
is shaping
every
up.
time. Not every time, but we haven't had a lot of picks this year. It's all about the defensive
As
line,
we
though.
enter the
Like,
fourth
we're getting
quarter,
the
let's
pressure
see
on
if
them.
anything
Their
memorable
quarterback
can
has
come from
no
this
time
one.
to think.
So first down, we'll open
That's
up
it.
the
The Indiana
final
band
period.
is good. It's amazing.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're
Yeah,
on offense.
Indiana
You have
lost this game in the
lead, You want
offseason.
to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we...
Turning it on. An explosive
They just
play
have
in the
no
running
speed.
game
Like,
as he's
you
got
see
the
their
first
roster.
down.
They have
And I
no
think that's what you
speed.
want to see from this
They
offense
have
down
low
the stretch.
awareness.
Like,
They have a
can you
lot of young
physically
players. They
dominate
must
the
have had a
game?
lot of
You've got
players
the lead.
leave.
Now run the football.
But, like,
eat clock.
It's
continue
just
to feed your
bizarre
dude.
seeing
Down
that
to the
roster
16-yard
and just like
line,
what
it's
happened to
1st and 10.
Indiana.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Because they've been climbing.
maybe he'll
They've
get back
been
to the line of
rebuilding,
scrimmage,
and they
but
had that
no
year
more
in
than that.
2024.
And
And
trying to run the football there, just
what did
nowhere
they
to go.
took down
They
in
got
real life
dominated
recently?
up
They took
front
their
at the
last
point of
game
attack.
at the time I'm recording this video. They crushed Illinois like 59-13. But for whatever reason, in college football 26,
Didn't get much on first
their
down. It's
recruiters
second
or
and
head
9.
coach or whatever is going on, something's going on, and wow,
Jackson will
they
throw.
went downhill and they went downhill quick.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Boilermaker!
I think that
And
Ryan
they
Gamer
take
just
it
got
in
their
for
head coach
6
fired.
points. That'll give him a little more breathing room as
I'm
they
not
try
trying to
push
run
this
up the
winning
score. I'm
streak
just
to
playing
5.
football. You know,
Now
like
they
they're
have
just
extended this lead,
not even
guys,
playing.
starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And
Yeah,
there can be no panic at this
I feel
point. They
bad
worked
for
too hard this
all the
offseason,
Indiana
David.
fans
They've
out here
had
on the
this
channel
game
who were
circled
waiting for
so
this game,
long.
and
You've got to play
you all
your best
knew when you
football
saw their
right now and
overall
fight
at the end of the
back.
last
And you just
episode, you
need
were worried.
something
But
good
look
to
at their
happen on this next possession. You got to get
negative
the crowd
45
back into this
rushing yards
football
because of
game.
all the sacks.
Big rivalry, get some
Yeah,
emotion,
like,
get some momentum on your side.
it's painful. Sorry to put you all through
Indiana has the
this.
ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go.
I knew we would
Last
crush
drive
them. I
ended
didn't know it
with
would be
an
this bad,
interception, and
though.
they can't afford to have that happen again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake.
Like, we have our backups in.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle
Well,
him at the
Harkless is still
19.
in. Mickens is
The
out, though.
defense all revved
Wait,
up
is
after
Mickens
that
hurt? Don't tell me that's the injury it showed earlier when I was telling life stories. Oh, no. He's fine, but we did lose Salato Maoi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He was a player we got in the transfer portal, I believe. Bruce Sternum, he's out. But Mickens is just tired. I mean, he got 15 sacks, right? Not 15, but he got a lot.
Him right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
That's the best their offensive line has looked.
Looking for a big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk
Backup
play on
quarterback.
that one.
Yeah, I'd
And
say.
the Hoosiers will send out the punt
What
unit.
was he doing?
Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt.
He looked like he was going to run it. That looked like something I would do, did it not? Didn't that look like something I would do?
He was able to get
Wide
the ball
open
up to
run
the
ahead and then just
48-yard
lob
line
it up.
before he stopped on the return.
Maybe he hit the wrong button.
Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense.
Why are we throwing it? Run the
This
football.
offense has really been
That's not
clicking
a
in the
run.
game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go
Jet
out
pass,
and
okay.
execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you know, let's just run the clock
Well, I love
out,
the aggressive
win the
nature
game.
of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's the handoff.
You know, they gave up
Big
after
pickup
that
on the
first
ground here
4th
to
and
keep
6
this drive
conversion
moving
for the
and give them a
touchdown.
first down.
Indiana
Defense
kind
is
of
gonna
gave
have
up.
their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down at
It's
the
just
35
honestly, it's
after a
just
pickup of
shocking to
3.
me what happened to
I know
their
you can play
roster. It
these
had to be
late
the
game
transfer portal.
situations differently, but I
But,
love when
yeah,
you
it was
just
shocking.
stay physical. You run the
They are the
football,
second
you
worst
preserve
team
the lead,
overall
you
that
got
we
great
played
field
this year.
position, you're in a great position
Maybe third.
to salt this clock away and get a W.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the
Yeah,
mindset if you're on
they
offense.
might
Fourth
be
quarter, you've
in
got a
store for
huge
another
lead.
rebuild.
Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw
Wide
right
open.
there.
Stay in
You
bounds.
just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
I don't
You know,
always have to
these
push the
last
ball
two
down
games
the field.
were
I
some of
love
the
when
best games of the
QBs
year.
Drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got
Not
my running
only-
back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football.
Like,
let
not
him
only
be an
the
athlete with the
execution,
football in his
the
hands
play
after he
calling
catches
on
it.
offense and
Nice job by
defense.
the QB. Nice job by the running back.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards.
I
on
hope
the
we could
first
just
down
run the
play.
timeout because this
Clock
game is
stops.
over.
We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this
Let's get one
offense
more
just
first
a
down and
couple
just run the
minutes away
timeout.
from putting one in the win column. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
We've already put the Indiana fans through enough.
From the gun, the running back has it.
I know Purdue fans out there on the channel are like, Ryan, no, run up that score, you know? I hate when people do that on me. You know, I'm not necessarily trying to run up the score. We are crushing them.
Balance, rhythm,
Regardless.
timing, play calling, everything is
Let's get the first
That's
down.
why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Jackson gonna throw it. He's got it still on his feet. So
We'll nil it.
close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around,
What a win.
get
You
north,
know,
make a
just
guy miss, and go
absolute
move the sticks.
perfection,
Awesome
everybody.
individual
Like,
effort.
maybe I'll call timeout and do a quarterback's, like
And
a
it looks as
run.
if the offense will just take a knee.
Didn't we? Should we? You know what I'm saying?
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Let's think
Timeout
about
is
it.
called and the clock is down to 8.
Let's think about it. It is a rivalry game, you know? it is a rivalry game, and we have that one play that will score a touchdown. The fans were booing, so since they were booing, we're going to try to score.
And the D denied
They were
them
probably
on
booing their
second
own
and
team,
goal.
but still, we'll pretend they were booing us.
Trying to barge in.
That play is
And
so
they're gonna
good.
put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points.
Sorry,
on the
Indiana fans.
scoreboard.
Sorry.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop.
We're trying to get a higher
Listen,
ranking in the
handshakes,
college football
they might get a little
playoffs.
bit interesting
52
after
to
this
nothing
game,
looks
but
better.
The offense did their job.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
You can hear a pin drop in the stadium
And
right
he'll
now.
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Just a
After this, it'll be a
dominating performance from start to finish.
wrap. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
They almost caught that.
We
We did it! We are going to the conference championship game, and we've locked in the playoffs.
Goes to the Boilermakers as they will boiler up and take home the old Oaken bucket.
Boiler
That's gonna
up.
do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You talk a way to finish the season. I mean, domination against Illinois and Indiana to make the Big Ten Conference game. Shout out to Ohio State. Their season was over, at least their playoff chances. Actually, I don't know. They might make the playoffs, taking down number 2 Michigan. It is possible that Ohio State snuck in. They're not going to be in the championship game. They could be. It depends on if USC took down Notre Dame or not. I didn't see that score at the bottom of the screen. You all might have saw it. That was domination, offensively and defensively. But that Indiana roster is really struggling this year, and it showed out there. That's how they should play. After taking a look at them, I'm like, we should win by 30 was my initial thoughts. But no, by how they played, we should win by 50, and we did. 52-0. 7 in the first, 17 in the second, 14 in both the third and the fourth. Our defense had a shutout. 52-0 to close out the year. Is this team playoff ready? Yes. First off, the Big Ten championship game. You know the beautiful thing about being in the championship game? We've already locked in the playoffs. That game matters to get a better seed, right? But it can't knock us out of the playoffs. At least it's not supposed to. I mean, if we got beat by like 80 points, it might. But taking a look at these two teams, like, that was pure domination. Look at that. I tell you, I had a lot of confidence going into this game because I had done the depth chart review. I mean, I did the same thing against Western Michigan to start this year, and I thought we were going to win that game by 50. We did not. But I knew this was going to be a special game as long as I manned up. I manned up against them. Like, I'm talking about man coverage, like manned up. So it was man coverage and press coverage that I knew would dominate against them. Get pressure. I knew their offensive line couldn't block. So we can get pressure and press them. There's no way they're going to complete passes on us. That was the game plan. And I think I ran a press almost every single time. And that is why we won. We did not even blitz them. Did not even blitz them. 438. -5 on the other side. Our best defensive game ever. 34 for 212 yards and 4 touchdowns for us. We held them to -50 rushing. That is because all the sacks that we had. Passing 226, held them to 45. We forced 2 interceptions. We did not throw any. That was just perfect. Like, wow. I'm so proud of this team. Jackson, 208 quarterback rating, 15 for 21, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. What a season. We'll take a look at his stats. He's had a great year. And he had 2 big rushing performances in a row. But look at Justin Marshall. Dominated. Like 114 and a touchdown. If he got the ball more this year, he would have won Heisman. And I feel like we gave him the ball a lot. But not enough to be on the Heisman watch. Martin, 10 for 65, 2 transfer portal running backs, and they've dominated this year. I mean, just great talent in every single position on this team. Justin Marshall, 4 for 82 and a touchdown. Tuggle, 3 for 45 and 2 touchdowns. And this is the big one. How many sacks did Mickens had? I had 5 sacks with Joshua Mickens. Platinum quick jump against an offensive lineman with 60 pass blocking. Good luck, right? Good luck. And you saw what happens when you have that big mismatch. 5 sacks. Harkless had 3.5. Madden had 1. Seabrooks had a half sack. Mickens should have earned Defensive Player of the Week. And he only played the first half, right? He didn't even play the whole second half. I'm going to pause the video, take a couple screenshots, and then we'll take a look at the road ahead. We'll take a look at the season stats as well, and then recruiting the final few weeks, and we'll see who we play in the conference championship. This team is so good. It took us a little bit to find out the right scheme for our defense, like the right play calling. But once we have, we've been putting our defensive backs and our entire secondary in better positions to make plays, and they've just dominated. I feel like to start the year in the first 4 weeks, I really wasn't setting them up for success. And a lot of you all in the comments helped me realize that kind of the better strategy for our secondary. They need to man up about 80 to 90% of the time, and they can press. And we've been doing that these past 6 weeks. Minus UCLA, we've dominated. That's really the only team to really crush us. Look at this. Single game record broken. Joshua Mickens has set the Purdue single game sacks record. He broke the single season record as well for Purdue. Love that. He should have earned Defensive Player of the Week, right? Single game record. Is that for the Big Ten single game sacks record? Let's go. I wonder what the national record is. It's got to be more than 5, right? Well, we're about to find out. He broke the Big Ten single season sacks record. There's been a lot of great defensive ends to be in the Big Ten and to go on to the NFL. That is a huge accomplishment to break the single season sacks record in the Big Ten. And it makes me proud because not only did we coach him, I was controlling him a lot of the year, right? So that's pretty awesome. Now, we're going to take a look at the season stats. Taven Jackson, 12 games played, 261 completions out of 340, a 76% completion rating. That's amazing. 3,114 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. What? Is this real life right now? I knew I was throwing less interceptions this year. I didn't know I was doing that good. Wow. It's one of my best years ever. And Ryan Brown will be back as the starting quarterback next year unless we get somebody in the transfer portal. Or unless he transfers away, right? The possibility. Justin Marshall, what a year, both running and receiving. He only had 114 carries for 676. That's really good. Average per game was 56 yards and 5 touchdowns, but he had a great receiving year. Kobe Martin, 391 yards, 5 touchdowns. Joyner, 209-2. Taven Jackson had 13 rushing touchdowns and 186 yards. Great year, both rushing and passing. Here we go into the receiving stats. Spread the ball around really good this year. Justin Marshall, our running back, led the way. 50 receptions for 714 yards and 9 touchdowns. I always look for running backs. I look for running backs on the backfield all the time or when they're lined up in the slot. And yeah, Justin Marshall is a great talent. He's a great route runner, and he showed it. Led our team in receiving. Morissette, 638 and 2 touchdowns. Tuggle, 558, 5 touchdowns. Asamoah, the freshman tight end, 383 and 3 touchdowns. What a year. Branch, 301, 4 touchdowns. Kobe Martin, the backup running back, 196 and 2 touchdowns. But yeah, what a year across the board. We spread the ball around really well. Taven Jackson just ran a great year. Blocking. Who allowed no sacks? Wait, a lot of offensive linemen didn't. Who allowed the most? So Joyner allowed 1, Small 1, and our big emphasis in the offseason was improving on the defensive line and secondary. And look, we improved in every position. They were incredible. I knew they were good, right? I knew they were good, but I didn't realize they were that good. We had 2 offensive linemen, or Yeah, 2 offensive linemen who did not allow any sacks, because that is sacks allowed. Yeah. I don't know if that shows accurately, but we did do a lot of short passes. I did not really do anything crazy. And yeah, I honestly don't even remember being sacked. That's wild. We had the best offensive line in college football. We gave up 3 sacks this year. Is that correct? What? Okay, Talander led us in tackles. Sanford number 2. Who led us in sacks? You already know. 21.5? He better be on the Heisman watch. He better. Interceptions got to be Davis, right? We did not have a lot of interceptions this year. You'd think we'd have a lot more. But 21.5 sacks? That is incredible. Any kick returns for a touchdown? No. Punt returns? No. I didn't think so. What about kicking? 72% field goal percentage. We didn't have to kick very many. 8 for 11. We'll take it. Longest was 48. Extra point, 100%. Love that. But, I mean, extra points are a lot easier in college than they are in the pros. What a year, everybody. I mean, that's incredible. We got to take a look at the team stats comparisons as well. We do have 20 coaching points to spend as well. We might save them for the offseason, or I don't know. We might use them to improve our team for the playoffs, right? Okay, so let's go nationally. Points per game. Michigan, number 1. Florida, are we in the top? Well, no. I guess we didn't score a lot of points per game, right? Not up there in points. Michigan, number 1 in points per game and points. Number 1 offense was SMU, Texas, Tennessee. How do they have so many more numbers than us? I feel like we had a good year. We did have a good year. Yards per game, not even close. SMU, Tennessee, Boise State, Michigan. We're not even in the top 25. Which I guess I play 8-minute games, right? And they play 15. So that does play a factor. Yards per play, though, everybody. A very important stat. Passing, we're not in the top 10. Passing yards per game, we're not in the top 10. Passing touchdowns, we are not in the top 10. Rushing yards, we are not in the top 10. Rushing yards per game, we're definitely not going to be in the top 10. Okay, well, that's disappointing. Let's take a look at defense. Okay. Points allowed. Lowest points allowed. Let's see. Purdue, the number 1 defense in college football this year in the nation. This is national rankings. Your Purdue Boilermakers. Oh my. Are you kidding me? 155 points allowed. Duke, number 2, Florida, and Tulane. And then yards allowed, only 2,858 in a very tough schedule. That is insane. Yards allowed per game, number 1, 238. Passing yards allowed, we are not. We're number 7 there, or number 8. Pass yards per game, we are not number 1 there. But the main, what about rushing? Yeah, I knew we'd be number 1 there. 570. We dominated against the rush. The improvements in middle linebacker, outside linebacker, and the entire defensive line, it went a long way. Look at sacks. Nobody even close to us. 51. 51. Number 1 by a long shot. And I feel like I had a lot of those interceptions. We were not. Miami had 18. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. So there's the offensive and defensive stats. The number 1 defense in college football. Offense, well, no, we were not. Did we break the single season sack record? Let's see. Let's go to, what is the number of sacks in the game? 6. If we would have played the 3rd and 4th quarter, Mickens, he would have got it. He would have broke that record. Okay, let's look at season sacks. 24, Terrell Suggs for Arizona State. We were close. 21.5 is amazing. Not the record. Very close to the record, though. That's enough to be on the Heisman watch list. Is he? He's not on there, though. Right? I don't think he's on there. We're going to take a look. He's not on there. He deserves to be on there 100%. So it looks like Arch Manning is going to win it. So Arch Manning, number 1. Nico Amalueva, number 2. Kevin Jennings, Jeremiah Smith. He's had a great 2 weeks in a row. Devin Dampier would make out your top 5. How is Mickens not on there? 21.5 sacks. Are you kidding me? I know 5 of them were today, but still, even you remove 5 on there, he's had a great year on the #1 defense in college football. Like, come on. We have the final week of recruiting. No, we have a couple more weeks, right? But yeah, there were the season stats breakdown and the team breakdown. Let's go into the recruiting here for week 13. We got to do it before we advance the week. Trust me, I want to see who we play in the conference championship game. I want to see the top 25. We'll see all that in this episode. But we got to finish recruiting. We can't skip this as much as I want to move on. Okay, let's see. Harvey Paxson, we haven't won this battle yet, surprisingly, because he was at that game against Illinois. And we dominated. And he still said, I'm unsure. So I don't know what's going on with Harvey, but he's really tough to get. Reggie Felix, we are in a battle against Pitt. We're already hard selling. Not much we can do there. James Dorsey, we are in a battle against Michigan. We're #2 now. And Michigan just lost. Look, this is the one we guessed on, right? We didn't know what his hard sell was. We guessed right, and it paid off. We might be able to lock him in because Michigan lost. They have a forward pipeline boost, so that's not great. Walter Wolf, the gem we found at quarterback who could be the future of this team. Just stay the course. I mean, we're basically going to lock him in. Otis Combs, #1. Helm Hatchett, we're #3. Can we do anything? We're already hard selling. No, this was the one we guessed on, and we guessed wrong. So I was wrong about the other one. It was this player, Kelm Hatchett. And we guessed wrong, but it still was good. So that means his hard sell... I don't know, though. Look at the standard bearer might be it. Let's see. Because we got a lot of influence for that. It's not, though. It's not his hard sell. His hard sell is this, Gamer. We still got a lot of influence, so we're going to do that. Chong, a halfback backfield threat from Texas, USC. I don't think we're going to get him. You know, I'm still going to try for now because we have a lot of hours to spend and our recruiting class is already big. And yeah, we're doing good there. Leading against Iowa. I believe that's Iowa. And then a 4-star receiver. This is a late 4-star that we found. A forgotten 4-star who's really good. 92 speed, 92 acceleration. We may get lucky. And then DeAndre McGloin, a right tackle agile tendency from Louisville, Kentucky. And we're #1. Now, the question is, do we need to add anybody else? I don't think we do. We already have a very good recruiting class, right? I don't know. We can look. I feel like we already did this last week. There's really nobody else we wanted. We can look at maybe a forgotten 4-star. See if there's anybody who's open. Okay, a running back, Evan Foster. And not him. He's going to go to Notre Dame or Syracuse. Now, he has no offer. So if we lose out on the other running back, we might be able to get Evan Foster here. Is that that's the only other forgotten 4-star at this point. Not forgotten, but doesn't have a contract. Now, we could go to 3-star, highest rank, and just see if there's anybody else. We already have a lot of running backs. Athlete, that could be a good one. Georgia Tech. Why not? Let's just add those two. And go ahead and scout if we get lucky here. Ooh. You know, for an athlete 3-star, I'm definitely not going to go after a bust. So, let's see this running back. 85 speed's not great. I could see why a lot of people aren't going after him. He's an elusive bruiser. Can he block? If he can block, he could be a fullback. Because he's fast enough to be a fullback. He has good carrying and pretty good catching. I don't know if 56 is pretty good, but... Ole Miss has an offer in. I don't think we go after him. I can see why a lot of people aren't going after him with that speed. Anybody else in this list who wants to come here? Travis Blank, he's already going to Iowa State. Maybe another athlete here. Georgia #1, but they do not have an offer. Maybe we could get lucky. That's not bad. He's quarterback, right? Not great, but he would be developing, right? He would not be a starter at all, but he could also play another position. So why not just go ahead and send the house? Well, we can offer the scholarship. We can't send the house, but we'll max out as many hours as we can. Yeah, we'll do that. Might as well. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to get him if somebody else comes in and brings an offer, right? But what a good recruiting year, everybody. Are you kidding me? 52-0 in the regular season finale. Like, we refused to lose, but it's time for the weekly advance. There's a lot left. We got to see the conference standings. And on top of that, we got to see the college football playoff final projections. And are we in the conference championship game? We know we are. We won and Ohio State won. So we know Michigan lost. So question is, did USC lose? We're about to find out right here. We locked in Harvey Paxson, cornerback from Tallahassee, Florida. We're second in Kelm Hatchett, and we're second in both running backs. We're second. That's fine. We're losing a couple running backs. We have a lot of talent. Did that just say that Tuggle is thinking about transferring? You're kidding. Look at this. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, Joshua Mickens. He better have won National Defensive Player of the Week, too. He did not. Look at this. USC. Oh, boy. We played them last year. They crushed us in Purdue. After that, we dominated, right? But we will remember that. And we're going to use that for fuel here in the Big Ten championship game. We did it. We're number 3 in the nation, everybody. Number 3 in the nation. USC number 2. You talk about a test to see if we're playoff ready. This could be a national championship game. That's intimidating, right? Okay, let's take a look at the scores, and I want to see how close that game was, right? Let's go to the Big Ten. Let's go to week 13. So USC won 45-42, barely. And Michigan is shocked. Ohio State made the playoffs. Ohio State took down number 2 Michigan. Michigan dropped to number 5. Ohio State slid into the playoff spot with the number 11 seed. That is incredible. Like, remember when I said we don't have to face off against Jeremiah Smith? Well, we may have to play them first round. Wait a second. No, we're a top 3 seed. We better hope we play good in the conference championship game, because we want to be in the top 3. We'd get a first round bye. If there's a chance that if we're not, for 5 or 6, we might have to face off against Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, we have a great secondary, but if there's one receiver who can beat us, it's Jeremiah Smith, right? He's almost unguardable. Wow. Conference standings, we got to see this. Look at this. Number 2, playing in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. Michigan just broke under pressure. I've been there. I mean, you all saw in College Football 25, we never made the conference championship game. Never. Alabama, number 1. USC, number 2. Purdue, Miami, Michigan, Georgia, Clemson, Florida, Louisville, Nebraska, Ohio State, making out the top 11, and that will be the college football playoffs. UCLA fell apart. They took us down. They're the only team to beat us, and they fell out of the college football playoffs. That is insane. That is nuts. They're out. They're the first team out. What happened to them? That's insane. And Louisville moves to number 9. They were 25 like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and they battled all the way up. My Kentucky Wildcats were close, but they fell apart. I think they lost every game to close out the year. They had a chance. Let's see what the bracket looks like. If the season ended today, this is what it would look like. Number 1, Alabama, USC, Purdue, Miami. Love to see Purdue in the quarterfinals with the first round bye. I really hope we keep that. You know, in real life, if you make the conference championship game and lose, you're supposed to be protected. Now, I don't know if that's the case in this game. I feel like usually it's not the case in this game, but it should be. So you shouldn't get penalized for making the conference championship game and losing. So I hope we lock in at least a top 4 seed, even if we lose the championship game. But let's not lose it, right? First round matchups would be West Virginia versus Michigan, Louisville against Florida, Tulane against Georgia, and Nebraska against Clemson. I tell you, this is going to be an exciting Big Ten championship game, everybody. We made it. We made it to the Big Ten championship. We have a chance to win the conference. Ryan Gamer took over for this team after this team had the worst Big Ten, probably Big Ten rank in a long time. They were last place, and they were 0-9 in the conference. They did not win a single conference game. Ryan Gamer took over for the 2025 season, led them to the playoffs, and now we have a real shot to win the national championship. The transfer portal was amazing in the offseason. We have so much talent we picked up, and this is basically a one-shot opportunity at a national championship. Most of these players are leaving. If there's a one-shot year, it is this one right here, right? Let's spend these coaching upgrade points. We have 20. I think I want to spend them on tactician. Let's improve our players right now, right? So we could do pass blocking, power, offensive line, ratings, and boost. Boost to pass block power and run block power. We could do defensive line. Maybe we save them. I don't know. No, I think we go defensive line. Change of direction, pursuit, finesse move, and block shedding. Yeah, let's do it. Gonna lock that in. Might as well. I mean, those tactician points are very good because they boost your team on the player like every game, no matter who is playing, right? So those are permanent. Let's go into recruiting here. Week 14 recruiting. Will we get a first round bye though? USC in the conference championship game. That is going to be electric. So we locked in one recruit, but we still haven't locked in. We locked in Harvey Paxton that we had a battle against Illinois for a long time. That's huge. But we still haven't locked in Reggie Felix. We're very close, though. Yeah, we're really close. We're really close. Oh, look at this battle. Michigan's going to win it. It's going to be a recruiting battle. They're getting more influence, though. But we both have an A+ on everything. I don't know why. Oh, I know why they have an advantage. They have an elite recruiter. They have an elite recruiter, which means they have more hours to spend. We can only spend 50. They can probably spend 70, maybe. That's unfortunate. Walter Wolf, he's basically saying, I'm going to be a Purdue Boilermaker. We don't even need to hard sell here. A B-, B, and a B+. No need to. Otis Combs, he says, I want to be on the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's go ahead and finish the scouting on them and see if we get lucky. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. Kelm Hatchett, how close? Not close at all. I think Pittsburgh is going to win this one. I don't think. I know. They've already won. We have a pretty good hard sell, too. Okay, go to Pittsburgh. You don't want to win? That's no disrespect to Pittsburgh. It's just they're not winning this year. We are. Okay. So, send the house. We're losing this one. We can't do anything else besides send the house, so let's just keep sending. Max Lloyd, let's go. Look at this. We've almost locked him in. He's only barely almost into his top 5, though, so long way to go here. Kevin, the speedster receiver, who's very fast. We can see that right there. Let's lock him in. We don't have any interest unlocked. DeAndre McGloin, number 1. 2 interests. We need 1 more. And then Ramon Pettigrew, we just added him to the list, and we are not even on his list. So that's not great. But, you know, we don't really need them. I'm going to keep them on the list because we had the hours, but we really don't need them. Now, I don't believe we need a punter this year. And I don't believe we need a kicker because we just recruited a kicker last year. Gonna have to take a look at this, right? Okay. We don't need a kicker. We need a center. We don't have any centers in the pipeline. Free safety, strong safety. We don't. I know it says we need one. We really don't. We have very good talent in development. A junior college sophomore is not what I'm looking for. Maybe this one. Marquez Cochran, a center, 3 stars, ranked 552. No offers. And there's an athlete too. Go back to that. There's an athlete. Let's go back to center. Could get lucky there. And no offers. I mean, Georgia's on that list. He wants to go to Georgia, but Georgia doesn't want him yet. So I'm going to go ahead and offer the scholarship. Same thing for both of them. And I'm going to go ahead and scout them. Oh, no. Let's actually go ahead and spin the hours, send the house, and then we'll scout them. There we go. And let's scout both of them a little bit. Run block already at 80. That is really good for a 3-star. Are you kidding? They are not bad. Impact blocking at 79. Strength at 79. A 3-star? Who is this? Okay. We might have found a steal at the end of this recruiting class. I don't think we need 25 recruits. I think that might be a little too many, but we're not going to get all the players we're recruiting right there. We know that. So let's go ahead and advance the week, and we'll be in conference championship week, right? I think that's next week. I could be wrong. It should be next week, right? Week 15. Maybe we'll have another week off, but hopefully it's the conference championship game because I'm ready. We are now in a recruiting battle against Kentucky with Reggie Felix. I thought Kentucky was number 3. Where did they come from? Competing with my Kentucky Wildcats there. We're second on Dorsey's list. We're second on Pettigrew's list. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win them. We're close. We are really close in that battle. We're going to lose that recruiting battle. I don't know why, because I feel like we had the same A+ as them. No, we talked about it. We do know why. It's because they have more hours. They have an elite recruiter. Big Ten Conference Championship game. Number 3 team in the nation. Number 2 team in the nation. This feels like a national championship game in the Big Ten Championship. Can Ryan Gamer lead the Purdue Boilermakers not only to a national championship game, but also to a Big Ten championship victory, everybody? Can we win the conference? That's the first go. Second go, make it to the national championship game. Final go, win the national championship. It's as simple as that, right? It's not going to be that simple, but that's how we have to think of it, right? That's how we have to think about it. Let's see. Those should have been the final rankings anyways, but we'll just take a look to see. Nothing should have changed here. Alabama, USC, Purdue, Miami, Michigan, Georgia, Clemson, Florida, Louisville, Nebraska, Ohio State, UCLA. And your playoff bracket right now. Conference championships have not happened yet. Number 1, Alabama, USC, Purdue, Miami, West Virginia against Michigan, Louisville against Florida, Tulane against Georgia, Nebraska against Clemson. Oh my. Georgia? No. No, 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 no. Please don't make me play Georgia in the playoffs. They had my number, everybody. I hate playing the Bulldogs. They are so good, and they're so good against me. Oh, no. Please. Why does it gotta be Georgia? Are they in the conference championship game? Let's see who's in the conference championship games here. Okay. Here are your conference championships. Conference USA, Kennesaw State against UTEP. New Mexico against Boise State. Texas Tech against West Virginia. Eastern Michigan against Ball State. Georgia Southern against Southern Mississippi. North Texas against Tulane. Tulane is ranked number 14 in the nation from the American Conference. What a year they're having. Alabama against Florida. So Georgia's going to stay number 6. Are you kidding me? They're not going to move. Georgia's not in the SEC championship game. That's heartbreaking, everybody. Are you kidding me? Purdue against USC in the Big Ten. Then the ACC is Louisville against Miami. Well, let's win. Let's take down USC, and then we may not have to play Georgia, right? Because then USC would be the one to have to play them. Now, who's in the bottom part of that bracket? I know we just saw it. Nebraska and Clemson. That's a much better matchup than Georgia. We better be winning the Big Ten Conference, everybody. We better be winning this conference championship game, because you can swap. Like, if we take down USC, we very well may move to 2 and they move to 3. This is a much bigger game than anticipated. Like, it's a big game anyways. We want to win the conference 100%. But also, we don't want to have to play Georgia, because I do not have a good track record against Georgia on the channel at all. No matter if it's a Dynasty or a career mode series. So I hate playing Georgia. Their play calling is always so good on the defensive side. They do a lot of coverage shells. They are so hard to play against. So I'm just hoping we don't have to have that matchup. What a game, though. Thank you all for watching this long video to the end. The regular season finale. What a dream year it's been for this Purdue Boilermakers team. It is not over yet. An 11-1 record, 8-1 in the conference. We get to play in the Big Ten championship game. 11-1 on the other side as well, USC, and they're 8-1 in the conference. This is going to be electric. Number 3 against number 2. If you all got some enjoyment today, drop a like. It really helps the channel. And subscribe for plenty more sports game content. In the meantime, while you're waiting for the next video, be sure you check out some of my other series, many of them linked in the video description below. And also you can find them on the channel page or in your subscription feed if you're subscribed. I'll see you next time, and as always, have a fantastic day, everybody.